As Americans, we are taught about the slavery that plagued America up to the mid-1800s. We all learned the facts about Abraham Lincoln and how he joined a separating country and helped to abolish slavery. However, this is not the case across the globe because slavery was not abolished all over the world. This pandemic of selling human beings is still happening today. In 2002, it was estimated that 1.2 million children are trafficked annually. This does not include the 2 million children exploited in global commercial sex trade. This number is still growing to date. Most of this exploitation is heterosexual prostitution, so girls are primarily affected. Girls between the ages of 12 and 16 are at the highest risk. The appearance of these girls is at utmost importance because the more beautiful girls have a higher price. Even though girls are more likely to be trafficked, some boys are still affected. They are trafficked for sexual tourism, pedophile abuse, child pornography, and prostitution. Many of these children are sold numerous times. The lack of money in these countries fuels human trafficking. The poverty, increase in economic inequality, and closure of garment factories are some reasons why human trafficking is predominant in Cambodia. The growing of human trafficking has caused Southeast Asia to be known for sex tourism. For example, Thailand is well known for victims of sexual trafficking. The reason that human trafficking is surviving is the weak child protection infrastructure. For example, Cambodia's anti-trafficking law doesn't permit police to conduct undercover surveillance on suspected traffickers. This trafficking can have a lasting impact on these children. From the Love 146 organization, they say that effects from sexual exploitation include drug and alcohol dependencies, depression and anxiety, HIV and other STDs, revictimization, PTSD and/or complex stress disorder, unplanned pregnancy, addiction to money, hypersexualization, shame and humiliation, complex issues of self-worth, trauma bonds and Stockholm syndrome, suicide attempts and self-injury, self-blame, mental illness, pressure from family to provide income, and prostitution in adulthood. Human trafficking is split up into 3 different elements: the act, the means, and the purpose. This is seen in Kiwau's story. Her story started when she was delivered to a hospital to be examined by a doctor that gave her a certificate of virginity. To make matters worse, Kiwau was only 12 at the time. After this, her mother took her to a brothel where Kiwau described the place to be like a prison. She was kept at this brothel for 3 days, where she was raped by 3 to 6 men per day. After her first brothel, her mother sent her to 2 more brothels. Her mother also sold her to a man that Kiwau describes as maybe more than 50, who had 3 children of his own and gave the family $500. This was little to the family because Kiwau's father had tuberculosis. The cost to help pay medical bills sent the family into debt, and the $500 didn't do much for the family. When Kiwau realized that her mother was going to send her off for 6 months, Kiwau knew she had to flee. When talking to her mother about selling her daughter, she said, "Selling my daughter was heartbreaking, but what can I say?" Her mother goes on to say that poverty and financial crisis drove her to traffickers. For Don Brewster, this is why he moved to Cambodia in 2009. He left California with his wife to help the Seve Pak neighborhood. When he moved to Seve Pak in 2009, he said that 100% of children between 8 and 12 years old were being trafficked. The men in Seve Pak are described as pedophile sex tourists who actively seek out prepubescent children. Brewster goes on to say that, "I can't imagine what it feels like to have your mother sell you, to have your mother waiting in the car while she gets money for you to be raped. It's not like she was stolen from her mother. Her mother gave the keys to the people to rape her." To help prevent slavery, Brewster helps build safe homes for these children. At these safe homes, the children can attend school and support themselves by weaving bracelets that are sold in stores in the West. For the Love 146 organization, they have 3 safe homes: the Round Home, the Reintegration and Family Reconciliation, and the Boy Shelter. By helping support these organizations, it allows these organizations to help build these safe homes. These homes are some children's only chance for a normal life, and they allow children to break free from the bonds of slavery.